Speaking of, Meek, Drake, 50 Cent was on the Breakfast Club earlier today when he was asked about, altercation that he had with Meek Mill. And he spoke of a time when he and Meek Mill actually spoke about the Drake beef. I'm going to play that clip and we'll talk about this.
That's why Russell Simmons always looks at it and he goes, "Are you enlightened?" Like he said some crazy shit. Like he said some wild stuff to me because he goes, "Yo, I watched you like do some crazy stuff." Like when he's saying, when you're arguing, like even with Floyd, you say you're talking to the best fighter. Like he's not saying this to a punk, a guy that doesn't have resources that would not be able to do something if he's trying to. You know what I'm saying? I'm not picking people who pick fights with people who don't want to fight. Those are punks. Like there's a punks. Meek Mills, when I ran into him finally, he said, "Yo, come here, let me talk to you. I need to talk to you like a man on the side." Put me to the side, and he was talking, and I was looking at him, and I wanted to punch him. The stuff that he said, I wanted to punch him. Mm-hmm. And I didn't. I just looked at him, and I was like, "Yo, I don't understand why you felt like that." You see what I'm saying? Because he was like, he's a battle artist. That's where you come from. Mm-hmm. So when he says something to Drake and then doesn't respond, when Drake says something back, I'm going, "What happened?" I was waiting for you to, like, he was coming into your den with that, and then you didn't say nothing back. And he was like, he felt like I was kicking him when he was down because of how he felt with, the momentum that Drake had.
But I understand how you felt because I felt the same way. It was disappointment from a hip hop fan.
Right.
I thought Meek was about to eat him up.
Get busy. Like, and that's what he do anyway from the beginning, and then.
You had to respect him for saying, "Let's talk to the side," though,
That's
right?
why, yeah. That's why it never turned into anything.
Now, I seen you was on
SamAnt, what do you think about that right there? I know we talked about that about 10 different times, already. Meek Mill's response and the whole battle that he had, with Drake. What do you think about what 50 Cent said there?
Well, I mean, it just confirms everything we've said.
Yep.
Numerous times. And we talked about it 10 times probably on camera and 50 times off camera.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was one of them things where you respect the hell out of Meek Mill. We watched him grow up. We watched him in Philly, heard the name, heard the myth, heard the legend of this kid in the street doing this thing. And then we start hearing the songs come on Power 99. And it was like, whoa.
Yeah.
This kid is an animal. It's right off the heels of State Prop. Reminded you of most of your favorite State Prop artists wrapped into one. You had the Petey Crack, you heard the Freeway, you heard the Beanie, you heard all that incorporated into one dude. And it was like, whoa, he's a wave, he's a monster. And what was he most famous for? Getting that street and battling and doing work. He gets out here on the top of his game with MMG doing his thing, gets him to do it with Drake. It's a battle. You rapping, singing, nigga. You got to do work. Meek, Philly, stand up. And he sat down. Disappointed. It was very disappointing at the time. Meek Mill talked about it, was going through some demons, was going through some issues far outside the booth that it wasn't the same Meek Mill that we knew and loved. It's not the same Meek Mill now. So all that being said, Drake won and 50 was right.
He won.
We were confirming it. We were on. I think that I don't think there's a person in the world. I don't think Meek himself would say he won that battle. And for whatever reason, it is what it is. He lost. Now, I'm going to get your thought on that. And I also want to talk about Quentin Miller.
Okay, no doubt.
Real quick, but what's your thought on that?
Yeah, I agree, man. Like we were saying before, man. I mean, for him to sit up there and say he didn't know what to say, I thought that he had to be high as hell. You know what I mean? Or just too comfortable in life where he may have lost his passion for rapping at that time, or at least battle rapping. Because again, if all you gotta do is go to YouTube, and he got millions of views with him in the street just going at it with guys, and totally like. You can one thing about battle rapping is like the body language too. So he was just like waiting to devour a dude.
Word.
I was watching one, I think with Jay one time. And I mean, he totally destroyed this dude Cassidy style. So, I think that he recovered though. I think Meek recovered well from Drake, bodying him back in the day, and I think honestly, if Meek would have responded, I know he could have beat him. I know he could have put some lyrics together, to beat him. And then even with the whole game situation, it's like he kind of didn't respond to par with that situation either. But he moved on. Right now he's doing some good things in rap, and Quentin Miller, got a story about him, huh?
Yeah, indeed, man. I know you've seen Quentin Miller. I don't want to say complaining because I don't want to be unfair to the brother, because I sympathize. I don't even get sympathy to grown men, but I understand the situation and I feel bad. I don't know. Anyway, man, he was talking yesterday about a situation. I guess it was the anniversary of what album would he do? I forgot what album he did for Drake. Y'all help me in the comment section, but Obviously, that the battle with Drake and what Meek Mill said in regards to Quentin Miller destroyed his career. He was going at Meek a little bit. He called him Meek Mandela. He out here trying to fight for social injustice and things like that, but he ain't really about his business and things like that. He went at Meek, said he ain't the man he says he is. He tore up his career, and he pretty much blamed Meek for it. What do you think about that?
I don't know. You know, I can't give him too much heavy credence for it, but you do, and I ain't even gonna say that. I'm not even going on that road with the whole situation. I believe from seeing what Meek is doing and him being in the belly of the beast, that he genuinely, you know, has a heart for what he's doing with the criminal justice thing. Like, I think he really wants some change to happen. Yeah. Not only because of what he went through, but what he's seen people go through, and you know, his family members and stuff went through. I 100%, you know, agree with that. But until we have evidence to say, oh, Meek Mill's faking it, he's on some different righteous stuff or whatever it is, I can't go down that road. You know what I mean? I could just say a guy may just be bitter at the situation.
I agree with that.
Right.
Does he have some weight to what he says about him, that line blackballing him? Because he had a situation with Drama that got real salty after that. A lot of people looked at him in a negative light after kind of exposing the person behind the curtain on who's writing for Drake. It didn't end well for him, and Meek Mill was the original culprit. Now, it was a battle. They were going at each other. You can't sit back and get mad because you were peace and love and war or battle. It is what it is. Sometimes you get pawns in the battle.
Right.
But do you think that played a part in him being blackballed and eventually his art? Because he still had published and he was still right behind the scenes.
Yeah.
But him being an artist, do you think that does Meek Mill should take fault in that?
I mean, that whole blackball word, I can't comprehend it. I mean, I understand. Yeah, I know. It's your boy, man. You know what I'm saying? Choke. But man, it's a situation where, you know, obviously if some people are in some powerful places, they may be able to shut certain doors and stop you from going in from certain doors. But other doors, they have no control over. So to say that you're blackballed and you can't move, I think maybe a little bit of an excuse. I would like to hear a little bit more behind what you're blackballed from. Give us some specific. Don't just say you blackballed because you can't, you know, progress like you want to progress. But I don't think Meek Mill got that type of power to, like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, like you said, it was just a casualty award. Like, that, if anything, that could have got you more, at least ghostwriting gigs. Maybe not, you know, probably won't help you with your career, but at least, like you said, you can still make your bread off ghostwriting for people.
Yeah, I would love to hear more. I don't want to sound unsympathetic to a situation, but it's like,
right,
cry me a river, dog. I'm sorry.
Damn. Oh man.
Because it's a casualty award. It is what it is. You wrote for Drake. You got to flip that situation. I feel bad for you losing out on situations, but for you to get on camera and publicly just, I don't know, just don't look good. Just don't. Sorry.
Yeah.
Hope everything works out.
Yeah, man. Definitely. I want to throw this story at you, Sam, man. Pre-production today, I was like, yo, remember Snoop's son? And pictures have surfaced, man. And I'm going to put those pictures right there for you, Sam, to see, and people on the TV there. Mm-hmm. This is Snoop Dogg's son, which what appears to be makeup. Looks like earrings, some long earrings. And obviously, you can see his clothing there. Cordell Brodus is his name. Strikes a pose in a new photo shoot. This is Snoop's son. How do you feel about this picture, Sam, man? Honestly.
I don't feel nothing. That ain't my damn son.